So, yes, this week, everybody, we're having another beer from Bad Weather Brewing in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. This one is Heritage Lager number 6. I have not had 1 through 5, but this is Heritage Lager number 6. It's a collaboration between Bad Weather and Shell's Brewery, which is in New Ulm, Minnesota, like the center of Minnesota. And it is a single bock, perfect for this nice 85-degree July night. But it only has 50 ratings, average rating of 3.8. And the ABV is really low. It's only a 3.9 ABV. So I'm excited to try kind of like a darker beer that's light and not boozy, not as robust. Yeah, it's weak. It's weak. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see how it is. Because hopefully it has a lot more flavor and less like thickness to it because it's not super boozy. So I'm excited. We'll give it a try. Eating pizza and trading digital wrestling cards. Cool. Quick Trip pizza or a different kind of pizza phone? All right, here we go. Let's get it cracked open. This can is sweating. Oh, there wasn't that much in there. Oh my gosh, I can barely open this. So I have it half open. You might have heard it crack. I'm gonna fully open it on my desk because I'm for some reason like worried that because it's really hard to open, it's just gonna like spill everywhere. I don't want to make a mess. Well, my assessment was accurate. I think it's just that the beer is insanely full. Like it is up to the top. So good on Bad Weather for filling their beers full. The pothole meat sweats, nice. Very, very good, Phony. Wow, what a nice looking beer. It's true. You got to get a full can's worth. That's a nice, almost kind of looks like the color of a Dr. Pepper can. It does not come through on this camera, but it looks kind of brown here. It's actually a really deep red, which is good. The way a box should look. What's up, Libby? Ooh, the light barely penetrates this one. I need to rearrange my desk. I got a desk mat, and I need to, like, redo it. Ah, Phony, you got me. I was gonna do that. I was gonna say chicken butt, but then I was too nice. I didn't. You got me. Yeah, I got a picture of me to lay down on my desk. No, like a big mouse pad, essentially. I had a sip of Pacifico on the 4th of July because a friend was drinking while her hubby made us hot dogs. I didn't want a can, but I didn't hate it. Hey, that's a good middle ground, Libby. You didn't want a full beer, but you did have some of the beer. There's quite a few that I've had where I did say I don't think I could drink a whole one of this, but I do enjoy it. So I'm proud of you, Libby. I'm proud of you for at least trying. Even the foam head looks slightly reddish. Yeah, it does. I think that's just how the light's reflecting through it. Um, Rachel made a big girl purchase. Yeah, dynamite, apparently. Yeah, not quite that big, Phony. It's definitely more like a mouse pad that you just put your keyboard on too. Not quite a TCG playmat, but I had a beer in Chicago and it was okay. Not too bad, but no Malort. I know, Livy. I know. How did you went to Chicago and you didn't have Malort, Eric? I'm upset. All right, let's give it a taste. Hey, cheers, everybody. Happy July. Ooh. Ooh. You know, it being really light you get a lot more flavor. It's a lot simpler to drink. Not I was going to say easier to drink. It still is pretty bold, but you got a PC and monitor? Nice, Rachel. Welcome. Welcome to the elite group. I'll be seeing you on the Minecraft server then. Ooh. That's very good. It's a little smoky just on the very end. Kind of reminds me of like what does it remind me of? It's a little sweet, kind of caramely, but like a burnt caramel almost. Not like a sweet butterscotchy caramel, like a toasted caramel. Um and it finishes really dry, probably because it's low alcohol. You're in Nebraska? Rachel, what are you doing in the middle of nowhere? What are you doing? Why? Here's what Untappd has to say, by the way, about Heritage Lager number 6. I never read the full description. We teamed up with our good friends from Shell's Brewery in New Ulm, Minnesota for Heritage Lager number 6 and brewed up an American-style Bock. As with many historical American-style lagers, this was built around a base of corn in the grist. I don't know what that means, but corn. Much less robust than its German counterpart, this beer is all about drinkability, which was what the American palate was asking for in the early 1900s. Flavors and aromas of caramel and subtle raisin with low malt. Light-bodied and finishes crisp and dry, pours a clear medium amber color with a light tan head. That was written so nicely. It means it was made with corn. Oh, thanks, Waggy. Yes, I did already say that it was a collaboration with Shells. I did say that. But welcome, Waggy. Thank you for leaving this beer in my fridge. It was the only beer that was cold that I hadn't checked in yet, because the beer that I was gonna have tonight, I learned like right as stream started that I'd already had before. What exactly is a Bock compared to other beers? It's like a darker, sweeter beer. Oh, nice, Waggy. Waggy, do you want to explain to everyone what a Bock is while you're here, while I take another sip? Watching my nieces while my sister competes at National what? That's impressive. That's very cool. It means made with corn. I don't really taste it. Isn't like Bud Light's big thing that they're made with corn? Or do they not do that anymore? I feel like I remember their ads like bragging about that they were made with corn. It's a style of beer. Ah, perfect. There you go. It's a style of beer. It's darker. It's sweet. Skating on the wheels. I forgot that like you guys are really into ice skating, not ice cream. But I forget that that's like a very impressive thing. Not saying it's not impressive. That came off really mean. Um More like it is impressive the talent that comes out of your area with that. A Bock is a dark German lager traditionally brewed in the fall and aged through the winter to be consumed in the late winter or early spring. They're known for being malt forward with minimal hop bitterness and typically about a 6% alcohol. Now, this one is a very light Bock, which I am a fan of today. It definitely hits the spot today. Yeah. I don't know what the second person you said was, Rachel, but yeah, like Apollo, like the Subway guy. We've gone full circle in the chat mentioning Subway again because someone mentioned Subway earlier, and I don't know why. I don't really remember what the context behind that was. I like it quite a bit. I'm shocked because I think I saw that it was 3.9%, and I kind of thought, oh, really? Because I feel like when you get a beer that's in the threes, it's a little underwhelming. Like it's meant to be something like a Radler, where it's like, oh, we made this so people who want beer but don't really like beer too much can still have it because we just like mix beer with lemonade to make it taste better. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if you want that, I don't normally want that. Um, but this one's odd because it's low ABV, but it has a really good flavor. It's a really uh strong flavor, not sweet, I guess is the way I'd put it. I don't know how many beers I've had that have been this light. That a customer got big mad at her because this beer was too low alcohol to him. Well, then don't order it, dude. What? Don't order it. Um, yeah, Meg, a lot of it comes down to the grain that you use, how roasted the grain is, um, and then all the different additives that people add in, different hops, the amount of hops, how long the hops are in there. But a lot of it comes down to the grain, how roasted the grain is. Um, so this one is a base of corn. Um, but I thought corn lagers were always really light, so I don't know how they get the color in this one, but it's like really, really easy to drink. I like that. I think especially on a day like today where I wanted something really, I was going to have, what was it, a sangria sour ale, which I guess I've had before and it was pretty good. So I'll have to have it some other night now. Um, but like to me, that sounds like, oh, that's exactly what I want when it's a hot day. I want a sangria sour ale that's like 4.5%. So this to me is like a really good compromise because I love the flavor of these beers. I don't like the feeling of drinking them when it's this kind of wet. Like I love a Bach in the wintertime. It was kind of a risk to have a Bach in the summer. But because it's really low alcohol, I think it works. It's very easy to drink. It tastes great in my opinion. I don't know if I get the raisin that much. I definitely get the caramel though. Maybe if I think about the raisin enough, like I guess it kind of like the raisins that they put in Raisin Bran, which is really really weird to admit that I know what that flavor distinctly is. When was the last time you guys just like ate a box of raisins? Does anyone do that or is it just kids? Like I feel like the only time I ever ate a box of raisins was when I was like 4. But like raisins are good. Never you've never done that, Libby? Not like the little tiny sun-made boxes of raisins? I feel like that was like a thing you just gave kids, you know, like here, have a snack, have some raisins. And maybe I didn't like them as a kid, but like I hated raisins until I was an adult, and now only on mix. Hmm. Well, you also never had Taco Bell, so I don't know if I trust your food opinions, Libby. Did anyone else in the mornings at school get milk? Not with lunch, but like a little carton of milk in the mornings? One of my coworkers is from Michigan, and he thinks we are insane. Like it's the most Wisconsin thing ever that we had things in our school called morning milk. Um, and he's like flabbergasted that morning milk is a thing. Uh, and I want to know, is that something that other people have experienced too? You're okay. We can't see yeses and then you're weird. I'm not asking if people just drink milk now. I'll every once in a while, Meg, I'll have a little glass of milk. But only like on occasion, just for those protein gains. No, I don't know. I don't know what vibe I want to be in when I have a glass of milk, but I do every now and then. You could get milk if you got lunch, but we didn't. Okay. If you got breakfast. Okay. If people got free breakfast at school, maybe, but not at. No, it wasn't free. You had to pay for it. But it was like during snack time. Like distinctly when I was a little kid. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I just had to ask, like, talking about foods that we ate as a kid, I had to ask about morning milk because my coworker is convinced that we're all insane that we talk about morning milk, and he's like, what is that? Um, that's fair, Meg. We were raised to be addicted to milk. Like Big Milk worked really hard on advertising to us. I don't know, Eric. Don't knock it till you try it. Anyways, we're getting distracted. I'm gonna start writing my review of this beer. Um, I like it. I like that I can enjoy the flavor of this beer without being burdened by the strength of it. Um, got milk for real, dude. Hey man, LeBron James, not LeBron, Michael Jordan with his milk mustache. He knows what's up. I think Shaq was in one of those too. Um, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was in a Got Milk ad. He's in everything nowadays. All right. What do I want to say? Exactly what I just said before is what I wanted to write down. But does anyone remember what I said? No, me neither. Um, I really enjoy how I can savor the taste of this beer without being burdened by the alcohol content. Sometimes a Bach gets too thick and sweet as the ABV rises. This is crisp and light, a touch smoky, and the right amount of sweet. Very enjoyable. All right, what do I want to rate this one? Hashtag burdened by beer. What a problem to have. What a problem to have, Narwhal. Welcome in, by the way. Hope softball went well if you had softball today. You're here pretty early if you had softball today, so maybe you didn't. Thank you, Libby. Thank you. All right. Here is what I have to say about I'm just finishing my check-in. Here's what I have to say, everybody, about Heritage Lager number 6. I really enjoy how I can savor the taste of this beer without being burdened by the alcohol content. Sometimes a Bock gets too thick and sweet as the ABV rises, but this is crisp and light, a touch smoky, and the right amount of sweet. Very enjoyable. I had a typo. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. I said it was crisp, malty, caramel, and light bodied were the flavor profiles I'm given. Let's check it in. Other team forfeited. Oh, well, nice. 5 different Bock beers. Really, I haven't had more Bocks than that. I'm shocked. That is beer number 692 for me. We are getting close to 700. I'm surprised we didn't add to that this weekend, but I wasn't in the mood to check in beers. I did have a new beer when we were down in Milwaukee, but I did not check it in. I was too focused on eating a brat. Oh, come on. Sad. Sad, Libby. All right. Well, there we have it. Beer 692. Next week it might be 693 or it might be more than that. I don't know. But we're getting close to 700. I'll have to pick something cool, something very special for that day. But until then, we will be back next week. So thank you for joining me for this beer review, and tune in for the next one. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it'll be a beer and it'll be here. Cheers, everybody.